to my channel. Here I am braiding and banding my hair. I was just checking for some spots. Those are my new rubber bands that I'm going to tie. They're actually cloth. So of course I sped up through this process because it is braiding and banding. Just making sure I'm banding everything down to the end, so therefore my hair doesn't unravel. I'm very particular around the edges because my edges are very thin. I try not to pull as much, and as you can see, I'm not braiding down to the scalp. I'm giving myself enough space in order to be able to get in between the locks and my scalp in order to make sure my hair is clean. Again, this is my second wash since I got established on the 25th of June. And today's date is officially the 4th of July. So, as I stated before, my loctician did advise that I could wash my hair at least once every week. Right here, I'm checking because I noticed that I have slippage. Again, I think the slippage doesn't come from me washing my hair. I think it just comes from me sweating at night. That's where my bonnet actually ends up. So I think that's why it's happening. But this is my hair completely braided and banded. And again, I'm finding little loose hairs and everything else. Still unclear whether those hairs were actually locked in the first place, because my loctician did tell me, because of the length of my hair, that some of those areas she didn't even bother to lock. So I'm hoping that's one of them. Here I am just basically shampooing my hair, realizing that I left out a piece of hair, hoping that I'm very careful with that to make sure that I don't mess up anything. I'm getting in those areas in the parts, also underneath it. Now these areas that I'm focusing on the back, these are the areas where I'm noticing my hair is itching a lot. So this is after I've washed the second time. I'm also checking on that lock. And now I'm going to go through and I'm going to quickly blow dry my hair on low heat with my diffuser. And again, I'm always checking my edges because that is my part where I am the most insecure. I will say that. So here I am just taking out the bands. These came out a lot faster than the last ones. There, I'm looking at my curl pattern and at the texture. And here I am, not quite completely dry. It's late at night, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably go to bed, but I doubt it. It's just too wet for me. So, but I do love my hair. Found another loose spot there. So, not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. There's another over processed area too in my hair, and now I'm finding a lot of slippage. But we'll see what happens. So hey, I'm back. So of course today is my second rewash or wash day, and I just wanted to come back on camera and share with you this. After I took out the braids and everything, and I was able to kind of like try to fluff my hair up, but because it was late, what I did was I took the blow dryer and I actually blow dried my hair. Now, usually I would do it on low heat, just like I did earlier when I was trying to dry it while I was in the bands. But because it was getting so late and everything, and honestly, I was so impatient, I decided that let me just blow dry it on high heat, right? So what I did was hold my head over, and I basically just held my hair up like this. And as you could see, I don't know if you could tell how kind of stiff that is or whatever, but I basically was like stretching it out and blow drying it, almost holding my head upside down basically. And when I tell you, it gave me like a lot of volume here and everything. You can see back here where I didn't focus as much, so it has a little bit more spring to it. But these other parts up here, they are stiff for the most part. These are, like I said, I pulled it out, held my head over, blow dried, and just held it at this, and then amazingly it just kind of like stayed out. It was stretched out and everything. So I guess overall that's what I did, was just stretch it out. So again, the camera just fell, but again, it's like if this is what's going to happen, if that's going to be the process. Now, I don't know if this is something that's going to, hopefully it's not going to damage my hair, but what I would tell you about myself is that I did go to school, cosmetology school, decades ago. Okay. Didn't graduate, but that's another story. But still, I've always done my own hair for the most part. Okay. There have been times when I've gotten braids in by someone else, but I also braid my own hair. And for some reason, every time I have someone to do my hair, I don't know, it's always jacked up. If you follow me or whatever, you'll notice that I've done a lot of experimenting on my hair. So again, this hair has been through hell. But when I tell you that I'm kind of like a rebel, like I know that people are talking about this is what you should do and everything, and I'm by all means, I'm not going, against what the Sisterlock, culture is or anything else, because I really do love these and everything. But I guess I'm more of an explorer when it comes to hair, and so I like to see what my hair is able to do. So sometimes that turns out good and sometimes not so much. But with this, I just like, the fact that I was able to blow dry. I didn't have it banded when I did it. It was basically just like this. And like I said, I pulled it out and everything. But we'll see what happens, because I know the heat can also damage your hair, especially when you don't have anything on it to protect it. And with the Sisterlock shampoo, it's a clarifying shampoo, which basically strips everything off of your cuticles and everything, And so I'm hoping that I haven't done any damage. It's not like this is something I'm going to do every time I wash my hair, but at the same time, I just, wanted to come on and just tell you what I discovered. And maybe for other people who have shorter locks like I do, this is something that can help you to kind of spice up your hair or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, this is my going into week 2 of having my locks. And last week I was so self-conscious because of the party and everything else, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my head has been completely bald before, and that wasn't an issue. But for some reason, the parts and everything, and of course my thinning edges, and you can see those spaces right there and everything, I also wanted to show you all something too. At first I wanted to say that my hair was not locked, but I found one that completely slipped out, okay? And it's probably because of the washing or whatever. There it is right there. I basically just twisted it up with my finger. But I don't want you all to think that I'm going off the grid or whatever and stuff, or I'm doing my own thing. My loctician actually recommended that I shampoo my hair at least once a week. She told me at least twice by the time that she had established it to the time for my first retie. I'm only, like I said, going into basically week 2, and I washed my hair twice already. She told me once a week will suffice, and that would be good. She recommended it because it helps to thicken my hair, and plus she said it helps with the locking process. So we'll see what happens, but just wanted you all to know that I'm not just going off the grid, just doing my own thing despite my history with my hair or whatever. I am following her instructions and everything. I haven't done anything else to my hair except for shampoo it. I shampooed it twice. Of course, that's very important. The first time is just to remove all dirt and everything. It may not lather as much the first time, and then the second time it usually lathers a whole lot more because now it's actually cleaning. So I did shampoo mine. If you remember earlier in the video, I shampooed it twice. The first time it was even really full of lather and everything, and I guess it's just because I'm washing on a weekly basis. So if I didn't have the Sisterlocks in, I would normally wash my hair like every couple of days, like every 3 days or so. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. So if you haven't already liked, comment, and subscribed, please do so. I want to take you on this Sisterlock journey with me. I am new to YouTube and making videos and everything, so I do really appreciate those who take the time out to support me and to watch these videos and everything. As you all know, if you're on YouTube and you're making these videos with the editing and everything else, you have to kind of sacrifice some time or dedicate time to that. And so I do appreciate you all coming to my channel and watching my content and everything. But just wanted to give you some lock porn. Again, y'all pray for these edges. I already said that earlier, but pray for these edges. You'll see some parts of my hair here that aren't locked, Okay, so that's why sometimes it's hard for me to tell what has slipped and what hasn't, because my loctician told me that she did not lock up some of these hairs here and everything simply because they were so thin because of my taper cut that I had a few months ago and everything, and it was almost basically shaved down. So some parts of this hair grows differently. As you can see, it's kind of like lengthy here, then it goes in here, then it comes back out down here. So I don't know, I'm trying to like keep some type of shape to it. But anyway, I always do this every time I start going through my hair. I start explaining why it looks the way it did. But like I said, I'm still kind of self-conscious about it. Either I'm gonna have all the hair or no hair at all. But that in-between stage of me being like balding or my edges thin and everything does something to me. So either way, again, here's my grid. We still have one, but like I said, I think that these right here have slipped. I honestly do. Okay. All right, let me move on because I can stay here all day with this one. Okay, so that's this side. I'm gonna turn around so you can see the back. Looks pretty different from last time. I think I will go ahead and put some pictures in, like a side-by-side comparison from last week to this week. And then I'll turn around. I'll go ahead and let you see this side. So everything is still in place. Everything still looks really good. Again, I have those thin edges and everything, but you know, just wanted to bring you all back on here and everything just to show you this. And like I said, I don't know if it helps someone else or not, but I did go through, and after I unbanded my hair, unbraided my hair, because it was still wet, really wet and everything. It was late at night when I first started the video. I did take a blow dryer, and I will tell you I did have it on, I didn't have it on low heat, I had it on high heat, and I basically just held my hair out and basically just blow dried it. Kind of gave it a little bit more volume. I've seen other people give their hair volume with Bantu knots and everything, but as you can see, my hair is 2.5 inches barely. Okay, so in order to give myself some type of volume and everything like that, that is what I decided to do. And not that I'm going to do it each and every time, like I stated earlier, and I do like it. So you can see I'm going to stop rambling. I do appreciate y'all coming for on this video. Please comment, subscribe, and like again. And I hope that everyone has a blessed day. Bye.